rather than digital. The Prince Charles Cinema stated there is a part of their audience that will only come and watch old films that are presented on 35mm film.
Digital and sensible kind of the reverse is true then. Digital as a technique of filmmaking quite clearly is better, it's quicker, it allows you a lot more choice, it evolves you on not having to be able to take risks to shoot something and then reshoot it. Digital editing quite clearly is, as I say, a clearly much more straightforward format.
I think the digital filming is really good, but it still has quite a way to go.
There's a lot more effects, so there's a lot more that you can do with the camera.
When asked if the digital transition affected the film industry, the Prince Charles Cinema responded by saying, "It helped distributors move and create film prints cheaply and quickly, which has led to greater wealth for availability and movement for new films."
Like, there are more effects that can be added into digital film than it can be in analog film.
You watch a digital film, you can watch it, but usually like you end up picking up something on CGI, like it was good but CGI, it was good but this effect, it's all to do with digital. Digital is good, but it still does have quite a way to go, because I've watched some really good films where the CGI was just, the effects were just absolute load of rubbish.
In terms of as a filmmaking format, however, I can well understand why it's not something I'd ever want to go back to. Clearly nobody has been editing on analogue for a very long time now, so it really is an issue about shooting, and even if you're shooting on analogue film, as an amateur filmmaker without a kind of series of people behind me, it's a slow process, and yeah, I'd never want to go back to it.
I know there's some cinemas that no longer show analogue films, and I find that a lot of younger generations are only watching digital films, so I think it definitely is the future.
It's a future, but it's not the future. I reckon that the future is going to be divided. The future is going to be divided because like when celluloid and digital, you can't have one without the other. I mean, this can do something that this can't, but this can do something that this can't. Like, they'll always go hand in hand, and you'll always have people that prefer one and the other. So, like, the future, I reckon, is going to be digital and celluloid. I reckon they're going to share it. Digital will probably take a bigger chunk of that. Because as technology improves and what we're actually able to do and the quality of film that we're able to produce, I reckon people will fall more in love with that. But then again, no matter how good it gets, you cannot beat the reality of celluloid.
Some ways, yeah, because there are things